Welcome to Timothy Haggerty on YouTube.com. Please subscribe, please view, push a like. Any comments, suggestions, I'd like to hear it. I am going to be talking about my third episode of my vacation talk. And I'm going to be talking about Cape May, New Jersey. And this was the first time I actually left Pennsylvania, New York State. And it was weird because I knew my friend Michelle in school, and I met with her brother, and we got to hang out for about a year. And then we actually got the opportunity to go with their church. And the cool thing about that church is that it's over on Keystone Avenue, and it was right by the Tyne Express. And you go across the street, it's like we used to slide right down that hill, and it's a church right there, right on Keystone Avenue in Sayre, Pennsylvania. And the cool thing about that was, I didn't really know the church that well, but I got the opportunity to go down to Cape May, New Jersey. So we all went down on the ride all the way down, and I remember along the way we stopped at some different places. We ate at a Burger King, and but we actually stayed in the church down there. We were in sleeping bags. We had our sleeping bags, sleep in the church, and we're down to Cape May, New Jersey, I think for like 3, 4, 5 days. And when I was down in Cape May, New Jersey, I remember we were walking right on the beach area. There was these seashells there. Some were actually broken up and stuff, but I remember I picked up one and listened to the sound of the ocean from the seashell. And the water was really nice. I got to go into the water and jumps the waves a little bit. It was really nice. It was like in June, and I remember we rode bicycles around the Cape May beach area and all that stuff, and we got to go to a lighthouse. It was the first time I ever went to a lighthouse. We got to go all the way up the top, look out of it. It was really nice. That was a great experience. I enjoyed it very much. And the other thing is, when I was down in Cape May, New Jersey, we kind of got to enjoy just the beach area, see some different things, and heard a history tour kind of thing. So that was pretty cool. And it was a trip that I got to be with my friend Mark and Michelle, me, and on the way back, I actually went to, I was with a couple people driving back in the car, and we're listening to music and stuff. It was a great experience. And so Cape May, New Jersey was a nice, fun thing just to do with church group, learn a little history, learn different things, relax on the beach, do some bike riding, hanging out with some friends. Can't really beat that. It was something new to me. It was my first time out of Pennsylvania and New York. And when I go into my fourth episode, next time, I am going to be talking about, what would it be? Well, that was back in 93, and then it was 1994 when I was over in that area. I was in actual Wellsboro for about 2 months out in that area. Just And then I remember in 95, I was actually over in Albany, PA. I remember that day trip. I got to go to down to Johnstown, Pennsylvania, at a school there. Because one of the people I was staying with was a kid went to trade school down there. So that was a cool experience. And I remember back in 1996, I went back to Wellsboro for a few weeks, and then I went all the way down to Scranton. I remember down to Scranton, I was staying basically on the same block. It was just down a little bit from the library, and it'd be this big building where they had music and parties you could hear at night. So it was right on that main strip in Scranton, Pennsylvania. And I was in the city part, and I got to discover the city a little bit down in Scranton, Pennsylvania. I remember I was in the city for about, I think it was 4 months, and I got the opportunity to go to Steamtown Mall, walk around the town area. You know, I got to go to a drive-in, to a movie. I remember, what movie was that? James Bond, one of the James Bond movies I went to see. I actually got to play some softball, basketball, baseball. We did kickball, some soccer, that kind of stuff. I remember I had an opportunity where I was actually hanging out with it was a few of us, and we got the opportunity because he was the security person there, and it was we weren't allowed to actually drink or anything like alcohol, but we actually went in there and we had some soda, and we got to dance with some college girls, and I was only like 15 years old, so that was pretty cool. And then I went to a school over by Dixon or something like that. It's a little ways outside the city of Scranton and more in the suburbs. And I remember when we went to learn to do things like arts and crafts, and we went to go see some movies, and just generally do different things. We go to YMCA, go swimming, we play basketball, walk around a little bit. And I remember there's times throughout the weekend we would go outside into the country area of Scranton, and we would go hiking and different things, and it was just it was nice. And there was a lot of times where I took once a month or something like that, a weekend back home to Sayre. It was weird because the bus station was right near where the Sayre police station used to be, right downtown Sayre. And I remember that was a great experience. And I remember the summer vacation. In the summertime in '96, for 2 months, we stayed out there like on a camping thing. We had cabins, we had our beds, our sheets, all that stuff, but it was a cool kind of complex setting, and we had European camp counselors, and I remember the lifeguard, she was from Scranton, but there was European camp counselors, and we could go swimming. We would do different activities like arts and crafts, and play some baseball, basketball, softball, soccer, flag football. And I actually remember we would fish. We caught some trout, and after we got the trout, we would cook them up, eat it, and we'd have our meals and stuff. We'd go to the meal place like we have there, and they have a medical place and all that stuff, and a lot of hiking area. and it was a nice complex of different things. And I remember one of the big staff members, I pushed him in the water. But that was a long time ago. I kind of remember the head lifeguard, and she was from Scranton, because we'd hang out. I got to go with her and a few European college girls to Six Flags, New Jersey, and we went to Six Flags. So that was a very cool experience. I got to hang out with some college girls and a very attractive lifeguard person, and it was just amazing, and experience. We got to talk to some the different people from Europe and all that stuff, and it was interesting. And then I remember after that point, I actually went I think I went back to Wellsboro for a few weeks, and then I went all the way up to and it was September 18th, 1996 at 4:35 p.m. I went to Bradford, PA. So I was living in Bradford, PA. And that was a very interesting time down that time. And I figure our next discussion will be in 1996, around almost the fall time, when I talk about Bradford, Pennsylvania, the things I kind of did over there and stuff, and so that'd be pretty cool. Until next time. So far, let's think. I talked about my younger years and that 3-day camping thing down in church, and then I actually talked about Gettysburg, New Jersey, and Cape May. Yeah. So, till next time, hope you have a great day.